I'm gonna go straight into the Texas thing, and I'm actually by stupidity on my part, I'm actually wearing another polo of another track that I've worked at in the past that is gone. And it seriously was just out of stupidity, but I had it on, and here we are. I mean, it's actually a situation where I have it on, and it fits into this conversation I'm about to have with all you guys. So if you're not familiar with Texas, and all my Texans that are going to be checking in, because I know there's a lot of pissed off people, and I know that there's a lot of hurt feelings, and I know that there's a lot of just we've been through this so many times. So for the Texans, it's just another kick in the, I won't say it here, but here's the situation. I've seen a lot of folks that immediately have gone to social media. The track is closed, and the end of the whatever. No, H&P is not closed. H&P is probably more profitable than it ever is. I mean, the place is always thriving. It's got the drag racing facility there. I mean, Dean does a great job with what he does there, and there may be some sore feelings between. I mean, I'll say their names. Maybe between Dean and Gina, but this really was a situation to where the business model that is in place for both of them, for Houston Motorsports Park and for the Gulf Coast Racing Series, it just does not work at the moment. And what the series had done was found a way to find some additional funding to be able to. The situation is, and I don't think I'm offending Dean or Gina when I say this, is it's a per event rental that happens there, and when a big bulk of that was like snatched away, that tends to cause a problem. And the behind the scenes, I don't know the negotiations of all of that, and I don't care to know. But the bottom line is, the folks that suffer are the race fans. The race fans, obviously the drivers and the series. Because it's going to cost everybody money to do this. And when it doesn't happen, it's going to cost them even more money. And here's the real, kind of the monkey wrench into this whole thing, where this unfortunately went south. There's some damn tropical depression out there in the Gulf that's probably going to make it irrelevant anyway, and that's kind of the sad part for me watching all of this, the way it shook out. And there's a lot of emotions in this, and that's when you start getting the emotions involved, and that's something like we just saw with SRX, and that's where I can tie that in. When you see the Tony Stewart, Ernie Francis situation, you get all of that. Tony Stewart is looking at this as a business standpoint, where he's like, these guys are out here tearing my stuff up. And that's where that factors in. And that's exactly what's happened here, to where you can't get in an agreement to how it was all going to shake out. And the bad part is, when it's all said and done, the end user, which is the race fan, which is the racer, which is the series too, guys. And even Dean too. Even the racetrack, because everybody loses out on this. The H&P is losing their rent that they were going to get for that. The series is losing. I'm gonna tell you, bottom line, and it shouldn't be this way, is losing some credibility, unfortunately, because of the way this all shook out. And I'm extremely excited to see, as a Texan, as a Texas race fan, man, guys, I've been doing this since I'm going to show my age right here. I've been doing this stuff since 1974, and I've done every facet of this. My dad blessed me with taking me to a racetrack when I was just a little bitty ass kid. And then we got the opportunity to get to know people. And we got the opportunity where my dad built him a car. And then he passed that down on to me. And then I've fallen into what I'm doing now. So, everyone here, everyone in this situation, it is a non-win for everyone. And this is exactly what I was talking about the last time, is that I just really wish that we could kind of pull back a little bit before we start jumping on and beating everybody up. I saw people beating up Dean Baker in Houston Motorsports Park. That doesn't have to happen. He's got his model, and that's the way he operates his place. And it's always been the case with Houston to where with the success that they have each and every week at their drag strip, this oval stuff is secondary. I mean, I had discussions with folks that were in the hierarchy there at one point where it's like, if the oval track gets rained out, it's not that big a deal because we're going to be able to make it up the next time. And with the drag race or with a bracket racing or whatever that is, I'm not sure the nuts and bolts of what they do right there. But at the same time, for the series, it made it even worse in this situation with the weather that I was just talking about, that man, you're gambling. If those gates opened on Saturday and the series found a way to get that race run, if it rains, I mean, you're on the hook for that money. And that's not anything to be said bad about Houston. That's just the way it works. And that's the way these contracts work. Guys, in my regular life, I sit and negotiate real estate contracts every damn day. And I can tell you one thing, when it's in paper or on paper, and when you've got signatures and things are executed, dude, it's a lay of the law. It is the lay of the law. And I know the gut instinct for people is to go find the negative part. But hey, look, it is what it is. Houston is not closed. It ain't going to be closed. I mean, the place is thriving, like I said. So I'm super excited to see that coming up on Saturday. The powers that be there have put something together to where you've got a free practice. It's going to happen right there. Just an opportunity for folks to get on the racetrack and get out there and just shake those cars down. Because as I said it, to me, the big losers in all of this. Let's take the series out. Let's take the organizational structure out with Houston Motorsports Park. The big losers are the young kiddos, one in particular that I just love to spotlight each and every race at Houston that don't get to go to the races. And, the irony of it is a damn thing probably going to get rained out anyway, if it was going to happen. So, I mean, like I said, it sucks for everybody. It kills me because I've been through this so many times. I've got like PTSD from Texas asphalt racing, but that's my showing them one at the line start right there. That may become my segment here on Dirty Air. But let's do something happy, man. Let's go to the hotline. Let's go to the Die Hard hotline. We're going to talk to one of the Texans that once again shining bright with yet another big win in Alabama this weekend.